The world is on a path to destruction. In this video, I will share 5 ways that will ensure that you don't go down with it. Step number 1, do not follow the crowd. All you have to do is step outside, look at people's faces, see the apathy in people, see people that are just living for the weekend. It's for the party, it's being happy. All of that stuff is leading to destruction. We have no more value in our society, especially in our Western culture. So do not follow the crowd. The crowd is leading you right down to destruction. And what I mean by that is think about whatever is popular at the time. Maybe your friends are talking about something or you're seeing it a lot in social media. I just got off a call with somebody and they said they're seeing Botox blowing up on Facebook. It's just everywhere. AI, all of these things are leading to destruction. It's all based on self. So be very discerning. Watch out. Don't follow the crowd. If the crowd is going one way, really be conscious of that and say, where is this leading? Who is benefiting if I follow the crowd? Who benefits from this ultimately? So that's my first tip to not go down to destruction with the world is don't follow the crowd. Next tip is be leery of everything big. Big business, big religion. Be leery of that. It kind of fits in with following the crowd, but what's the big buzzword right now? Mental health, counseling. Be careful with all that stuff. Anything that disempowers who you really are, meaning you have to get help from the outside to solve an internal problem. You have to get help from them, big business, big pharma, big religion. We're here to help you. Big politics, any of that stuff, no good. No, there are people within those realms that are just fine. They're doing the best they can. They've got good hearts. But overall, leading us to destruction. Just look at our culture, look at our world today. We've got more disease than ever before. People are in worse shape than ever before. You hear about the mental health crisis, which is all a lie. It's a lie. We can't, I won't even get into all of that, but all of that stuff is a lie. It's fear-based, right? It is all funneled towards a few people in this world. I'm saying there are some good people in the big, but be so leery and discerning of everything big. And in my world, what I do is I surround myself with people who are wise beyond the world, and that's what I would encourage you to do. So by being leery and discerning, surround yourself with other people who are leery and discerning. It isn't being skeptical. That's it. There's a difference to being a skeptic and just to be wise. You want to be wise with anything big. The way I started off on this journey was I looked for the money trail. All right, where does the money lead me? If it leads me to an individual or a big company, I'm like, all right, so what are they doing with the money? And what is that individual doing? Look at a big church. Find out what the leader of that big church, what kind of lifestyle do they have? I'm just saying, you have to be discerning about this stuff. Understand, I'm not saying there's anything bad with a big lifestyle, but you have to be so careful with that. We are here to serve others, not to be served. That's a big clue with anything big, because anything big in the world, you look at the top of those organizations, and I think you're going to find some pride. I think you're going to find some ego, some self-servingness, some selfishness, some pride, all of that kind of stuff. So you want to steer clear of that. You do not want to go down with the world, because it is heading that way. The third point is listen to that inner voice. For me, that's the Holy Spirit. I believe that. That'll be for another video. It could be your intuition, whatever it is. That little inner voice that tells you, there's something that isn't right about this. The way I found out about this, there's something that isn't right. Or the person that told me about this, there's something that isn't right. Or I found out on social media, there's something that's not right about that. Or I watched the news, something not right about that. Follow that inner guide that you have, what I call the Holy Spirit. Follow it, listen to it. Talk to other people, not in a skeptical way, but in a discerning way. Wisdom, wise. Follow wise people. Figure out who the wise people are in your life. There could be authors, there could be folks that you've just been exposed to. You're like, I think that person is pretty wise. They've shared with me some good wisdom. Use those resources. Fourth point, this is the don't. Do not consume any news. And yes, that's right. I'm saying any news. Don't fall for the lie. Well, you can't put your head in the sand. Lie. Don't fall for the lie. Well, you have to be informed. Lie. You do not. You don't need to be. It's fear-based. The news is fear-based. It's a for-profit agenda. The news. How many eyeballs can they get to watch? How many ads can they sell? How much money can they make? Don't consume the news. If there's something crazy enough that's happening, somebody's going to tell you about it. I haven't watched the news. I can't tell you how many years ago was the last time I watched the news. And guess what? My life is better for it. I have more joy. I can spread that joy out into the world because all the battles are going on up here. Again, my view, spiritual thoughts. That's where the battles are taking place, is in our thoughts. So if we're letting bad stuff in through what we read, what we consume, what we listen to, guess what? It's permeating our consciousness, particularly our subconsciousness, which is programming all of our actions. Whatever you let into your heart, that's what comes out of your mouth. So do not let the news into your heart. Just do not. Just say, nope, I'm done. Try it for a day. See how you feel. Then try it for 2 days. Try it for a week. I guarantee you are going to feel better. You are going to be more energized, less fragmented, opinionated. It's going to transform your life. That is such a big thing. So do not watch or consume any news. And then the fifth thing to prevent you from going down to destruction with this world. I don't know where you're at on your spiritual journey. Don't know it all. Wherever it is, that is perfect, wherever you are. I went the first 54 years of my life not knowing God, never opening up a Bible, nothing. So that may be you. Maybe you grew up in a church and had some bad experiences. It's fine. The point is, anything controlled by people can get jacked up. That's why I never trusted churches or anything, never opened a Bible. I'm like, that's for the weak. So here's what I'm saying. Point number 5 is check out the teachings of Jesus. Strip down with no church. Don't go to church. I'm not telling you to go to church or find a pastor, any of that stuff. That is not reliable. It's just not. Study, check out the teachings of Jesus. There's so many ways to do that. Just get online and Google teachings of Jesus. If you buy books, I like to listen to Audible books. Teachings of Jesus, type that in there. I've got some books I can recommend to you. But just focus in on what he taught. Think of him as the teacher, the healer, spiritual healer. That's why he came to earth. Not to heal our bodies, but to heal our minds and our thoughts. Those are the 5 points to keep you from going down into destruction, which is where our world is headed. And I believe you believe that, and I see it. I know you see it. So subscribe with the notification bell to receive regular updates. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button to see more like this. Comment down below. This can be with questions or answers to a question you ask. We will see you next time on this amazing journey from isolation to community, where the next step beyond is freedom.